In this video, we are going to go over some review problems from Mod 3. I would highly encourage you to, as you are watching this video, pause, try a question, and then see if your process matches up with what I do here. So we are going to be writing a lot of equations and inequalities here. So I just want to remind you of your process. If you're writing an equation or inequality, first thing is make sure you define your variables. Then write your equation or inequality, then solve. And just a reminder, several of these problems you can solve without writing an equation, but that's not our goal here. Our goal here is to use the algebra to write and solve equations. So make sure you're practicing that skill. Okay, so let's take a look at number one. Again, I would encourage you to pause, try it on your own, and then come back. So Jackson wants to buy an airplane ticket for Cooper to send him to Transylvania for $17.50. He has already collected $9.25 from his classmates, and he's working at PetSmart for $11 per hour. Write and solve the equation that represents how many hours. Oh, they already defined your variable for you. H. Jackson needs to work before he can get rid of Cooper. So hours, H, is our variable, and we want to know how many hours he needs to work. So he needs $1,750. Okay, so what he makes here has to equal $1,750. Okay, he already has 925. That's not changing. That's a constant. So he has 925. Okay, what else is he earning? He's earning 11 per hour. That's a rate. So if we take $11 per hour and multiply it by the number of hours, we'll get the amount of money he's made. So we're going to take that 11H plus 925. And if you put 925 plus 11H, that's exactly correct too. Okay, once we have our equation, we're solving. So inverse operations, reverse order. We're going to subtract 925 from both sides. We get 11H equals 1750 minus 925, which is 825. And then we're multiplying by 11, so we're going to divide by 11. And 825 divided by 11, H is 75. So 75 what? Make sure you put it back in context. 75 hours that he needs to work before he can earn that $1,750. Okay, second example here. Again, I'd encourage you to try it on your own first. Write an equation and solve. 7 less than a number is 3 more than 5 times that same number. So what we don't know here is the number. Okay, so define your variable. 7 less than. Anytime you see less than or greater than, think I'm taking 7 away from something. Something minus 7. 7 less than a number is equals 3 more than, so I'm adding 3 to something. 3 more than what? 5 times that same number. So 5 times that same number. Let's check it. 7 less than a number, we're taking away 7 from a number, is the same as, is 3 more than 5 times that same number. So your equation should look like this. Now let's get our variables on one side. Oops, subtract x. In one step, you can do it in 2 steps. Either way is fine. We get negative 10 equals 4x. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals negative 10 fourths, but that is simplifiable to negative 5 halves. Okay, if you're not sure, you're like, oh, that seems weird. It does seem weird. I agree. Let's check it. If I take 7 less than negative 5 halves, do I get the same as 3 more than 5 times that same number? Well, yeah, we get the same thing on both sides, which means we solved it correctly. Okay, we get negative 5 halves as our solution there. Okay, again, I'd invite you to pause, try this on your own before watching. Everett buys 4 boxes of onions. The onions are on sale for 12% off, and he uses a $2 off coupon. His total is $8.50. What is the original non-discounted price of 1 box of onions? That is our variable. The original non-discounted price of 1 box of onions is our variable. Everett buys 4 boxes of onions. So if he bought X, if each one cost X dollars, the price for that would be 4 times the price for 1 box. The onions are on sale for 12% off. So I'm going to use what am I paying? So if I have 100% and they're 12% off, that means I'm paying 88%. So of this, we're paying 88% as a decimal. And then he uses a $2 off coupon, so -2. So he bought 4 boxes of these onions that each cost X. They were 12% off, so he paid 88% of that and then took off that $2 coupon. His total was $8.50. So all of this together is $8.50. What is the price of 1 onion? So again, reverse order operations, inverse order. $10.50 was the price before that $2 off coupon. Again, I can multiply this 4x times 0.88, but I didn't want to see what it looks like without. So if I'm going to get rid of that 88%, I'm going to take my $10.50 and divide it by the 0.88, right? It should be more because that's going to show me what the cost was before the 12% off. Okay, and remember it's money, so it's not 11.9318181818. Okay, we're going to round that eventually, but let's just leave that in our calculator for right now. So 4x equals 11.9318, repeating. Okay, so the 4 boxes before the discounts were about $11.93, but I want to know 1 box. We're going to divide that by 4, and each box here, if we divide by 4, each box cost, remember, it's money, $2.98 if we round appropriately. Okay, if you're not sure, go back through it and say, okay, if each box costs $2.98, okay, he bought 4 of those boxes. Okay, but then it was 12% off, so he only paid 88% of that. Okay, and then he had a $2 coupon. Oh, so we get to that about $8.50. This is a little off because we rounded this a little bit, right? So we're about $2.98. We round that correctly? Yep, we did. Okay, so we have a little bit of error just because there's some rounding error in there as well. Okay, again, I would encourage you to pause before doing this problem together. Get to where we can see it. Why did we zoom in? Okay. The length of rectangle is twice the width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 60 inches. What are the dimensions of the rectangle? So the perimeter of a rectangle, so that's 2 lengths plus 2 widths is equal to 60. Okay, but we don't want 2 variables there, so let's see if we can write one in terms of the other. The length of the rectangle, this guy, is twice the width. So instead of L there, we can put 2W. What are the dimensions of the rectangle? If you're not sure about this, draw yourself a rectangle. Right here's L, L, W, W. The perimeter's all the way around, so W plus L plus W plus L, or 2W plus 2L. Okay, 4W plus 2W equals 60. 6W equals 60. We're just simplifying. Now let's solve. Divided by 6, divided by 6. So W is 10. And the length is twice that. So the length is 2 times 10, which is 20. Okay, make sure you put it in context. These are inches. So the width is 10 inches and the length is 20 inches. Make sure it makes sense with what you're told. The length is twice the width. Length is twice the width. Perimeter is 60. If I take 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20, we'll get 60. Okay. That is all for our review here. Thank you for watching. And again, make sure you're trying these on your own, practicing writing the equations as well. Thank you so much.